These are artificial harmonics. That's actually an excerpt from Pay Lock from the Romanian folk dances by Bela Bartok. Artificial harmonics are a little different than natural harmonics because it takes two fingers to create one note. Now maybe you already know what harmonics are, but I'll ask you to play on the D string, play your third finger above open D, which would normally be a G, but then just lightly put your finger down. Now instead of touching it on the fingertip, I want you to come in with the finger much flatter. You're going to contact it right in the middle, between the knuckle and the tip, right in the middle. I have little bumps, little bump right there, right there. I use that contact point. And I want you to touch that spot on the string, and then take your bow and move it up near the bridge, not totally on the bridge, but almost there, and move the bow very fast. That's a natural harmonic. You can find them all up and down. They're all over the place. And once you find one, speed your bow up and listen to it. But as I said, it takes two fingers to create an artificial harmonic. We're going to begin by creating an artificial nut. This is the nut, this ridge right here. And instead of using that to stop the string length, we're going to use our first finger. So on the D string, put down your 1. It's just an E. That's going to be the stopped finger to create the artificial harmonic. Now you're firm enough that the string can produce a nice sound, but loose enough that you can move up and down the fingerboard, and your thumb has to travel along. Then you will put your fourth finger down 4 notes above, a perfect fourth above your first finger. But you remember how I asked you to play in the middle of that first finger? Between the knuckle and the tip? Right there? So when you do that, you see how straight it makes my pinky? So my 1 is nice and arched, but 4 is flat. Okay? Now it gives you a tone that's 2 octaves above the first finger. 1 octave is just your open E. 2 octaves is the 4th finger. Okay? That's what produces 2 octaves above. If you hear this, you're too low. Watch my pinky move lower. If you hear this, you're too high. You can play reveille. Anyway, I want you to make sure you're getting the right one. It should be the same pitch, same note as your first finger. Now take your bow, and I want you to move it pretty close to the bridge, and move it fast. You might just do up bows at first. Once you can do that, try going up, down, and see if it squeaks or if you're getting a nice tone. Now, after you're getting a nice sound with 1 finger in first position, why don't we go first position to third position? Let's do it without the pinky for a moment. So 1 is an E. We'll go up in half steps. And then you can check it with open G. Alright, now go back to first finger, add add your 4, get your bow pretty close to the bridge, lots of bow speed, move up in half steps, and see if you got there. Okay? That's how you play the artificial harmonic. It's tricky because you get a lot of surface noise, squeaks, things like that. If you're going up and down the fingerboard, the relationship of 1 to 4, just like when you're playing octaves, it gets smaller. And you can't really think about that. So you have to practice this enough that that becomes automatic. But remember, even if the 4th finger is in exactly the right position, you can still get a lot of squeaks or sounds that aren't correct coming from your right hand. So get near the bridge, move the bow pretty quickly. Not outrageously quickly, but fast enough to really pull that sound out. Okay, it'll be much easier for you. The last thing is you can actually vibrato these things, but you have to move 1 and 4 both. Understand? So it's not a real vibrato motion. It's like an arm vibrato. That's what it is. Okay? So artificial harmonics, there's an introduction for you. Good luck.